Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Colonist Championship 2025. I am your awesome host, AwesomeAggron, and today, oh boy, today we're going to be watching some pretty fire Catan. We have great players from all over that have qualified in many different ways for the Colonist 2025 Championship. There were colonist tournaments throughout the past couple of months that people could have participated in. If you won one of those, you qualified. There were some sideline tournaments hosted by other general communities online. If you won one of those, guess what? You qualified. If you participated in colonist ranked in this past season and you were top 3 global in one of 3 categories, 4P base, 1v1, or CNK, Cities and Knights, guess what? You also qualified. So, with that in mind, we have many great players, some familiar, some not so familiar. That's okay. It's going to be a good time. They're going to get to show off their skill set today. And the winner is going to be crowned the champion of 2025 at ColonistCon. Isn't that great? No, but yeah, in all seriousness, we have some pretty fire names playing today. One of which is Mr. Dandy Drew. I believe he's actually streaming his POV as well for this tournament run. For those of you that do not know, been living under the Catan rock. Dandy Drew is your 2024 USA National Champion. So definitely a big name out there. We'll definitely make sure to catch one of his games. Well, with that in mind, let's just hop right into it. Yeah. So here's the cool layout. I hope you guys like it. We worked pretty hard on it. So let's see if we have a spreadsheet with all the matchups. That way I could pick and choose which ones I want to hop between. Let's see. Tourney chat, check in. Schedule, maybe? No. Not schedule. Is it here? No. It's not there either. Okay, give me a sec. I gotta find that sheet. Because, I gotta know who's playing who, you know? Oh, okay, it's gonna be an announcements. I guess it hasn't been released yet. All good, all good. Well, yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit about myself. Well, I've been playing competitive Catan mostly on Colonist for the past 3.5 years. I started out in a server called Catan Championship. Some might be familiar with it. Grinding my way through the divisions, Division 3 when it still existed, Division 2, and then Division 1. Made finals several times. Didn't quite get the dub, but, they were good games. We worked our way into King of Catan, another very prestigious server. I played in the Proven Competitors League and then Premier League. King of Catan is great, honestly, for some very high-level Catan. So, yeah, that was a fun journey. Worked my way up into Premier League, made a Premier League final, had winning roles, didn't quite get them. Story of my life, right? And then I've been focusing on over the board recently. Made nationals this past year. Didn't quite make top 16, but I was a top 30 player in a 150 person tournament at USA Nationals this past year in 2025. So, I might not be the most accomplished player, but I am well experienced in the verse of Catan, both online and over the board. So, yeah. Let me know if you have any questions, chat, about the game, about me, about some of our players, maybe. The quality is scuffed. What is wrong with the quality? Is there an issue? One sec. Hold on one sec, chat. Doing some technical difficulty checks. Why would that be? Right audio, right that. Maybe it's because of 720p. Well, that wouldn't say... Well, that wouldn't fix me being quiet. Not sure what that's about. Give me one sec. Properties, no. Aha! I think I found the issue. Why is this set to that? Okay, I think I found the problem. I think. Okay, does that sound a little better, or is it about the same? The audio quality is the main problem. Chat box on screen is pretty blurry too, though. Yeah. The chat is there. It's just blurry. I'm not entirely sure how I would fix that, unfortunately. Yeah, I get that the audio is the main issue. I definitely at least want to get that fixed, because that would really suck if you guys could barely hear me. That would be very problematic. I mean, I am a naturally loud person, but it would definitely be good if you guys could hear me a bit more. Echoing now? Oh, brother. This is definitely something. Okay, how about now? Is that any better? Wait, what if I turn this off? Okay, how about now? Sounds better? All right, let's go. that is definitely an improvement. All right, chat, we figured it out. Listen, when there's a will, there's a way. There's a way. All right. Definitely better. All right. Listen, that's what we like to hear. Sorry about that, chat. All right. Well, let's see if we have the tables out. It looks like we do. So that's pretty cool. Let's see who's playing who, you know? Tables are almost ready for round one. Okay, they still aren't ready. Oh, man. How long has it been on? We've been streaming only for the past 10 minutes, so you're early. Listen, you gotta be a part of sorting out technical difficulties. Isn't that, yeah, like, you know, isn't that fun? 92 players, top 64 move to quarters, and then semis, and then finals, yeah. Yeah, so how this is going to work is all of the players are going to play in 3 preliminary games. 1, 2, 3. Round 1, 2, 3. So what that means is every player is going to play at least 3 games. After those 3 games, your score will be calculated between these priorities. Wins first, then points, then table point percentage. So in that order of importance. So wins are the most important. If you can win your games, you're probably advancing. If you can get high points and maybe 1 win, you'll probably advance. And if you get no wins, you might not advance. So yeah, 92 to 64 isn't an insane cut, but you know, they are doing quarters. So if you can secure yourself for semifinals, that would be ideal. That would definitely be ideal. Oh, okay. Thanks. Good to know. Alrighty. Alright, still waiting on that table list. But yeah, like I was saying, maybe when most of chat couldn't hear me, I'm pretty well versed in the competitive Catan verse. Started out in Catan Champs, played in Division 3, Division 2, Division 1, Division 3 when it still existed. Then I moved into King of Catan, played in both Proven Competitors League, Premier League, and I've also played over the board in person tournaments, and recently competed in 2025 Nationals, where I didn't quite make the top 16 cut, but I was a top performer at Nationals. I placed 23rd out of 147 players, so I'd say I've had a pretty interesting run in competitive Catan so far. Still waiting on that table list. Listen, chat. Any moment now, I'm just as hyped for it as you are. do do do. 20 chat. 20 chat. Nice shirt, Agron, but Psyduck is better than all. Listen, man, I do like Psyduck, but Psyduck doesn't have enough merch, man. And, I grew up Jewish, so, it's a nice little joke. Pikachu's wearing a nice little, black hat with the beard, standard stereotype Jewish look. Man. Yeah, I got this off of, Israel shop online, so it's a solid shirt. It's definitely one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. Bidoof is better than all. So true, dude. Bidoof is definitely one of a kind. I mean, Bidoof is the best HM user. Learns pretty much every HM, I'm pretty sure. Hidden Machine for those of you that didn't play the games. Cut, Surf, Strafe, Rock Smash. I think it learns all of them except Fly and Flash. And Flash isn't even a Hidden Machine, the generation it was introduced. So, yeah, that's a lot of them. Oh wait, no, I don't think it learns Cut. I seem to recall when I was playing Generation 4, you would have two HM slaves. You would have your Bidoof, and then you would have like a Tropius or something. Yeah, I think those two Pokemon together covered all of the hidden machines that you would need in your journey. HMs. Do not miss them, honestly. I don't miss them at all, dude. No one misses them. Da, 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 da. All right. Bidoof was the Zigzagoon of that gen for sure. No, absolutely. I mean, each generation has their own rodent Pokemon, as they say. What Gen 1's Rattata, Gen 2 is, I guess, also Rattata. Gen 3 is Zigzagoon. Gen 4 is Bidoof. Gen 5 is Patrat. Gen 6 is Bunnelby, I think. Oh, what's the one for Gen 7? Young Goose. Right. The Trump Mohawk looking guy when it evolves. Gumshoes. Then Gen 8 is Squovet. The the squirrel with the big cheeks when it evolves. What is Generation 9? Lechonk, dude. Lechonk. What's up? Yes? Uh-huh. Yeah, I do. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. Alright, cool. Yeah, no worries. Let me know. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Thanks. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Nice little interaction about stuff. Yeah. So the top 64 are going to move to the quarterfinals tomorrow. Yeah, wait. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about rodent Pokemon. So yeah, each generation has their own little rodent Pokemon. And I swear they were literally just designed to learn a bunch of the hidden machines and basically serve no other purpose. Dude, it's like Game Freak new. Alright. Setting up the tables. Some other stuff. Isn't it first 3 rounds today? Yes. So the way this is going to work is the first 3 rounds are preliminaries, round 1 through 3. Every player gets to play 3 rounds at least. Then it will cut to top 64, and then Dude Nolan will take over. Awesome guy, by the way. He will be covering the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals tomorrow. So, yeah, that is how this shindig is going to work. Yeah, I mean, it's slightly different because there's more players than normal. So, like we said, there's 92 players in this tournament today. So, gonna be hopping a lot between a couple different tables per round. I'm basically gonna look at the table list and see like which tables I believe are going to be really good games, but you know, obviously tables that prolong will obviously look at their games toward the end. Talk about major plays, the players, possible ideas, trades, all that good stuff. Alrighty. Do. Do. Much larger than the weekly tournaments. Then yeah, for sure. I've swooped in like volunteered to commentate some of the weekly tournament stuff, and yeah, I believe those usually attract what, like 40, 50 people maybe. So yeah, it's probably twice the size of your weekly tournament. Yeah. So how many tables we got? We got 24. That is a lot of tables, but I mean, we also have a lot of players. Wait, 24. Thought we had 92. So we have 96 now? Oh my goodness. So, I mean, that would mean exactly 1/3 of the player pool gets cut before tomorrow. So, that would make sense from a logical standpoint. Yeah, and obviously, yeah, if you guys want to play on Colonist.io, you absolutely can. It is completely free to play. There are memberships for like added stuff, like ad free stuff. But like, if you just want to play Catan online, you absolutely can for free. It is super easy. You just go to the website colonist.io, type it in, play with your friends, play with your family, play with I don't know, that coworker you hate, and then you just solo them the whole game. I'm just giving you ideas. But hey, you can figure it out. Why the heck not? Yo, dude Nolan, what's good, buddy? Yeah, good luck for me today, and then good luck for you tomorrow. We'll pass on the good luck, you know? It's a nice transference. Also, dude Nolan, I think it was like 10, 15 minutes ago. Um, uh, some people in stream said that like audio was a little echoey or a little quiet. I tried to fix it. I think it's fixed. I think it sounds better. So hopefully it does. But if you could just give me like a thumbs up of approval for that, that would be nice. Solo Rob for Solo Rob. Yeah, dude, exactly. Exactly. Got it, got it. Yeah, so they're just doing some last finishing touches. There were a couple of late check-ins, so that's why there's a little bit of a delay with everything. But should be getting started. Couple of minutes, give or take. So yeah, how this is gonna work is I'm just gonna switch between like probably 4 or 5 different games that I feel are gonna be very interesting. As the games finish up, we'll obviously be looking at the games that are prolonged and are finishing, as they should be some of the only games left. So that that's how we're gonna do this. Uh we might hop into VC every once in a while to listen in on conversations if tables are playing with VC. I don't know if many tables are going to be playing with VC today, but hey, listen, if there's a good VC table, we'll hop in and listen in. You know, uh, they could be talking about intricate trade deals, discussion about threats that you wouldn't hear otherwise. Just like insight about development cards, maybe. this game does have quite a social element to it, so I feel like the 4P ranked experience seems a little hollow sometimes because your ability to communicate with players is greatly diminished by not being able to use your voice and just have to type in a text box, and you just have to assume a certain type of tone when people are typing things. It's just like, I don't know, dude. It's like own meta, you know? It's like, I don't know if you've ever like texted somebody a lot in a relationship, but it's basically like that. It's basically like that, honestly. It's like you don't want to use wording that's like overly aggressive, but you also want to get like your point across because again, there's no tonality when you're typing stuff up in ranked, so it's like it's a little it's a little topsy turvy sometimes what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, the other thing with Catan specifically that I feel a lot of people talk about, like people that play it just like one off or sometimes casually with their families, like a lot of people think it's just a dice game, which I mean, at its core, it definitely is. But the box says trade, build, settle. So obviously, if you don't trade, it's probably going to be a bit of a dice game outside of your initial settlements and planning to expand to certain ports and certain expansions. But I mean, I would say overall, the trading aspect of the game is by far the most important. Like, if you don't trade, you're probably not winning most of your Catan games. Trading is pretty essential. Um, and then just in general, the social aspect of it, like I mentioned, especially when you're playing over the board like the game was meant to be played. It's like, you have your tonality, your body language, your, just natural ability to be friendly. I feel like there's like a lot of small nuanced things people don't think about with this game. I mean, it's kind of like poker in that sense, where it's like people have to like get a feel for like what you're playing for and like read what you're doing just based off of like what you're saying and how your actions are portrayed almost. Especially with development cards, it's like there's a good bit of deduction that goes into that. If somebody's taking too long on their turn, it's possible they might have a really good development card to play that involves, thinking about people's hands, Year of Plenty or Mono. So definitely something to think about on that front. And we'll probably see that. We will definitely see that. Hey, bro, thanks for hosting. Did you know your mic feels a bit robotic? I don't know if it's normal. So we were trying to fix it. People have told me that it sounded a little bit echoey. I tinkered with some settings in OBS, and some people told me it was fine. Others told me it's still a little bit echoey sometimes when I'm a little bit loud. So I've like moved a little bit away from my mic, or I've like pushed my mic back. So I'm not getting as much of that input output. Um, if we can try to eliminate that entirely, that would be great, but I'm not 100% sure what the primary issue is, so yeah, that's a little bit problematic. Doing my best out here. Should stream on Twitch. I mean, to be fair, I do usually stream on Twitch. This is actually my first time ever streaming on YouTube. Uh, yeah. I mean, my Twitch is twitch.tv/awesome_agron. Stream a bunch of my own Catan content over there. Uh, Recently been doing some 1v1s on stream, ranked 1v1. Um, just, you know, playing ranked 1v1. I like to call it duel and chill. You just vibe, talk to chat, play 1v1. It's pretty nice, honestly. It's fun. But, also commentate and cover competitive 4P matches, so there's that as well. For sure, Kyle. Thank you so much, buddy. Yeah. Do, do, do. Alrighty. Yeah, like I said, I've been trying to talk a little bit quieter, and I pushed my mic back a little bit from where it usually is, so that way I'm not hopefully getting the echo or the interference that people were talking about. So, I hope it's a lot better, but honestly, I have no idea. I can only go back off of what your guys' feedback is, and hopefully adjust accordingly. It's kind of tricky like that, unfortunately. It is not perfect. It is not perfect. All right. 5 minutes to go. All right, all right, all right. What else can we talk about here? Yeah. So obviously with Catan, there's 4P base. That's the main game mode. But there's also other game modes that are pretty fun and intricate. I haven't really delved too much into them, but there actually are quite a lot of like expansions for the game. Some of which you can play on Colonists. Cities and Knights is a very popular expansion that you can play on Colonists. If you want to play ranked, you do need at least a plus subscription, so there is that. Um, for Cities and Knights, there's also Seafarers, and I think over the board there's New Energies, and there's a Fish game mode, which is like a separate currency. Yeah, I don't know, man. Catan's always doing interesting stuff with their expansions. I think there's like one with dragons or something. Bro, I don't know. It's like we're getting into, a bit of weird territory that I'm not even quite sure how it works. Cities and Knights is the best. Yeah, I mean, I do think out of the expansions, it is probably the game mode that, like, enhances your experience of the game. I think, personally, for me, I just like how simplistic base feels, but it's also very complicated at a high level, which I can respect. It means it's, like, easy to get into, but difficult to master. And I think I personally gravitate towards those types of games that are easy to start playing, but difficult to actually master. I feel like Cities and Knights is like borderline against that idea because there's so much extra stuff. You got to worry about progress cards, progress tracks, the barbarian attacking, defender points, what all the different progress cards do. Yeah, there's a lot. There's also different cards, the commodities, which help improve your progress track, different abilities within each progress track. The one for Green Metro is by far the best, Aqueduct. So, Aqueduct allows you to get a card from a roll, even if you are not on a number that turn from the roll. So, say you roll a 6, but you're not on the 6, you could still collect a card of your choice. It is a very good ability. I think pretty much every single time I see people play Cities and Knights, they immediately try to rush the Aqueduct ability, which is level 3 on the green track. Yeah. I'm talking about Cities and Knights. Let's go. I've probably played a total of 20 Cities and Knights games, which sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to base, that's like nothing. I've probably played thousands of base games. Difficult to start, difficult to master. Yeah, for sure. I feel like Cities and Knights is like the game mode where it's like, I can appreciate its existence, but it's just not for me, man. I've tried to get into it. I'm just like, it's just like too much, honestly. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, there are definitely people that love Cities and Knights. There are people that only play Cities and Knights. So, I mean, there's definitely that. There is definitely that. Do, do, do. Alright. You playing Aggron or just commentating? Just commentating. Wow, dude, slander to the commentator. No, no, no. I mean, I'm just commentating today. Um, however, um, I probably could have qualified for this. Oh, it was such a short window to qualify for. Like, what? It's your one season of ranked, so you got those top players. There were a bunch of in-person qualifier stuff that qualified for this. And then on top of that, stream other games in the meantime, please. Okay. What do you want me to do? I guess I could play a 1v1. You guys want me to play 1v1 ranked on stream? Sure. Why not? Let's do it. Let's just play a 1v1 ranked on stream. Surely I find somebody to queue into, right? I can't even find somebody to queue into. What a shame. Tables are live. Wait. The tables are live. Okay. Alright. Yeah, the tables are live. I just saw. Thank you so much, Andrew. Much appreciated. Alright, announcements. Here we go. Okay, these are the standings. The same as the tables. Mayhaps. Okay, these are the standings. I mean, this is at least a list of the players. So we at least have that. Okay, here we go. Round one. Round one. All right, so the tables are live. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I do recognize some of these names, so that's cool. That's cool. I recognize Probe. He's a good oldie player. Doctorius. Oh, that's interesting. He's a bit newer. I'm very curious to see how the 1v1 players fare in this tournament. Because Durst, I don't know if you guys know Durst, but he's a fantastic 1v1 player. Was the number one ranked player for season 14, and that is how he qualified for this tournament. Um, so I'm very interested to see how he does in this tournament overall. Um, but yeah, there's a couple of others for sure. Is Rory Catan who I think he is? I mean, I know a Rory in over the board play, so that would be cool if that's the same Rory. Who else do we got? We got Rob and Rayman at the same table. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a heater. Rob is a very good ranked base player, and Rayman qualified through C and K, but is also an incredibly good base player. Has won multiple things, so many things. 3-time Premier League champion over on King of Catan, 3-time Division 1 champion. He's won CK multiple times. I think he's been the number one ranked CK player for like 5 seasons in a row or something. Honestly insane. Yeah, let's pull up a table. Let's pull up a table. Hopefully we got some of the tables ready. Oh, let's take a look at table 8. Yeah, let's start with table 8. Let's start with table 8. Let's let's see what our boy Rayman is up to. Let's see if there's any VC going on. There is VC going on. Very cool, very cool. Between Mr. Rayman and Rob. So I'll just hop in there for a sec. Oh, it's echoing. That's really bad. I'm going to not do that. Okay, we're not going to do that. It just started echoing like really bad. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Okay, yeah, that was like really bad. Okay, I think it's good now. I hope it's good. Okay, I guess we're not going to be hopping into VCs. Yeah, I did not realize joining a VC was going to do that. That's not good. Doo, doo, doo. All right, let me pull up table 8. So at least do that. Go Rory? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the same Rory that I know. That would be very cool. Very cool. Very dope. All right, so this is table 8. We got Rayman. We got Rob. It is still echoing. Oh my goodness. I gotta fix this. Why did it just start doing that? Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Okay, thank God. Oh, that was really bad. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why it keeps, like, randomly echoing. I mean, it did it because I joined a VC temporarily. I thought I was going to get to listen to a VC. That would have been nice. But I guess not. We're just going to go with the flow. So, Blue Street looks like they placed first on the 5-8-10. I do like this pick. Very good ore, very good wheat. Guaranteed 3 for 1. A wood port could be nice for them. E Pointim, I guess, placed on the 5-9-10. That's pretty good. I'm just going to scroll through the tables again really quick. Oh, there's some 3-player games. Okay. We have Goat Jungle in table 22 with Unique Legacy and Lucas. I think that name looks familiar. Of course, we have Mr. Dandy Drew on table 24. That could be interesting. Tricky, very good player from the UK in table 20. Yeah. Like I said, I'm recognizing some of the names, so that's good. Got D's Noobs, Mr. Anish. I believe he won one of the Colonist tournaments on this server. So definitely a name to look out for, but also a very good player in both Catan Champs Division 1 and King of Catan. Don Colonist. Yeah, he makes pretty good 1v1 Catan videos. Bandar Q. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to stick with table 8 for now, but we could definitely potentially look at other tables in the future. Looks like Rayman Rob. Well, Rob already placed. 693, 8410. Very good production. Guaranteed 3 for 1. Guaranteed sheet port. That's looking good. How to qualify for the next one? Well, I imagine there will be a larger window to qualify for the next one. So this just kind of sprung up at the end of the year as like an idea. And they gave like 2-3 months to qualify through essentially one-off tournaments hosted by the community. You could perform well on ranked, or if you know any over-the-board events, you could have qualified through there as well. Those are the 3 main ways I knew that you could qualify. But yeah. Yeah, so Rayman has a pretty interesting angle here with the 5-6-11. Definitely looking to get this wood port. Hopefully he can. I think his game is really tough if he doesn't get it. I guess worst case scenario, he still has an expansion on the 3-10-11. Unless if white goes 9-10-11, that could potentially be hurtful. Which could happen. I mean, it is double wheat. He is doubling up a lot of numbers here, which could be troublesome. So, we'll just let that be. We'll just let that be. I'm gonna go back to the tables real quick, give another quick skim through everything. Pancake, that's Ryan. He's a pretty good player. Maybe we'll check in on him later. Who else? Table 8, that's the one we're covering. Maybe we'll take a look at Rory's table. Oh, Addict's also at that table. I've played with Addict before. He's an interesting character. Some would say he might be an addict of this game. Yeah, table 5. Who else? Yeah, we got our boy Burger Lars sporting his pizza Lars alt this tournament. Very good 1v1 player. I believe that's how he qualified. He was top 3 global in the same season Durst won. Who was second that season? Was that Killer Charisma? Killer Charisma was second. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, so I have a couple of tables that I'll check in here and there. In fact, let me just open the links to them so we go, like, flip back and forth. So I'll do table 14, table 8, and table 5. I think those 3 will be good to start out with. Also, chat, do let me know if you're following along in the Colonist chat. There's a table that you believe you want me to take a look at. Like, if you have, like, any insight on the plays that are going on. There's only so many tables I could cover this tournament. Because there's 24. Like, I can't just split my attention 24 equal ways. That would be painful, honestly. That would be incredibly painful. Oh, okay. So this board, I don't know who placed first. Who placed first? Probably Burger with the 853. Yeah, I like it. Oh no, it looks like Burger was second, the 853. Wait, so does that mean Blue was first with 6411? This is an interesting road point, by the way, from Blue. Usually you're incentivized to port inward toward the coast for your first settlement, just because it's safer and you're guaranteed settle spots and ports. Sometimes there's reason to point toward like a desert for the same reason, if the expansion is good enough. Doesn't look like the expansion's good enough in this particular instance. Looks like Black's playing some interesting coordinated War Wheat Sheep. The production's a little weak, though, so I'm a little hesitant to see how this works out for them. I'm a little bit concerned if that's going to be good. No game sound is expected, just clarifying. Yes. That makes sense. Yeah, I would not want to be listening to 3 different game sounds. Oh no, Rayman rolled a 7, so I hear the da-da-da on his screen, and then I hear, like, I don't know, the robber sound from the other screen, the boom, where the robber settles on there. So, yeah, no game sound, obviously. So going back to Rayman's game, oh my god, White immediately got a road settle on the 9-12. They're already cooking with the production. White also took the 9-10-11 to prevent Rayman from getting this 3-10-11 expansion. I wonder if they tried to talk about it. Something tells me maybe Rayman attempted to talk about it, but maybe White isn't listening in the chat, or just didn't want to, which is fair. It is a little weird for White to do this, because he does kill off one of his own expansions, too, by doing this. 4-9-11 into 10-9-2 could have potentially been very strong for him. Again, the coordinated number game, it's like you're playing with 3 numbers, basically, but if they hit, they're going to hit. Yes?
You walk, Rufus?
Not right now.
When?
Like, in 20 minutes.
That should be fine. He's already fed.
Sure.
I need him walk.
No worries, thanks.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, in 20 minutes, I think I'm going to be taking just a short breather to walk my dog, because apparently that is something that needs to be done. Oh, man. I did tell them I was going to be busy around this time, but I guess that just doesn't matter. It do be like that sometimes. So Rayman did get his road settle on this woodport, so that's awesome. Yeah, it's actually great for Rayman. So I wonder what the city's gonna be. 843 does make sense, but I could definitely have an argument here for the 5-6-11. Without a doubt. Definitely could be the play here for Rayman. This city's incredibly flexible. And a road so... Yes!
Put the Sam's Club's card by the air fryer.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yes. Is that fine?
Well, we only have 1 banana left.
Alright, fine. I'll go later today.
Okay, and salmon too. That's it.
Yes, yes. Okay. Sheesh. Oh my god. So many interruptions. How can I join this champ? You mean the qualifier? Well, you would have had to qualify through one of 3 ways, to my knowledge. Winning a one-off tournament, supported and partnered with Colonists.io, performing well on the Colonist ranked ladder, top 3 global in 1 of 3 categories, 4P base, 1v1, or cities and knights. Or if you know of an over-the-board event in your area that was partnered with Colonists, you could have won a tournament through there. Those are the three ways I have knowledge of. Oh, sorry. No worries. I will not do that. Alrighty. So looking at this other game, which table is this again? This is table 8. Uh, or sorry, this is table 14. Table 14, like I said, Black has some interesting or wheat sheep gameplay. Burger went on the 9-4-11, Mr. Burger Lars. So we do have that for Mr. Burger. It's a nice 5 resource setup, but I do fear his settlement expansion is going to be quite diminished, which could be problematic. The 5 brick block does make sense here. There is not a lot of brick here, so putting on the shared brick does make a lot of sense, especially if green made that block. If green made that block, that'd be fantastic. Okay, it looks like black made that block. It still makes sense for black. You just want to slow down mobility if you're black, because you yourself can't move. As an or wheat sheep player, you basically want to level the playing field and ensure that the other players can't move around and expand super quickly. So that does make sense. Let's take a look at table 5 for the first time. Our boy Rory is playing at this table as purple from the looks of it. So Rory, 6-4-11, 5-9-10. So yeah, this is looking pretty solid for Rory. Doubles the ore into the wood port. Maybe looking to city this 5-9-10 for a little bit of extra flexibility. 6-4-11, also a fantastic city. So either way, looking incredibly strong for Rory long term. In the short term, though, it looks like Red has a pretty good handle on this game. Got a nice early city, already has a 3-for-1 port. Definitely looking strong, especially if they can get this 9-4-2 settlement. I think this 9-4-2 settlement is going to make or break Red's game. The ability to get on sheep and not having to trade it is going to be absolutely essential for Red. So, there is that. What is Black doing? Black has 8-4-3-8-10. This setup could work. You need a lot of 8s. You need a lot of 8s. The 8s could get hammered throughout the game too, so that could be problematic. Don't expect them to get hammered now. The 10, also potentially a good shared block between blue and red, so definitely a focal point. I do like this isolated wheat, though, on the 8s. I do think that is going to be pretty essential for Black to survive and thrive this game. Maybe if things get too dicey between purple and red, blue could help Black secure the largest army to extend the game for both of them. That's how I feel they're going to fare. And blue's obviously playing road, Mr. Addict. So going back to table 8. White still has a pretty demanding lead. He's soloed on the 9, which makes perfect sense. It looks like he got a city. That's pretty insane. Not gonna lie. Yeah, there's just a lot going on here. 6-11-12 for red. I didn't notice this the first time I was looking at this. I don't love this settle for red, but I guess they didn't really have anywhere else to really go. So I can't fault them too much. It is still a 3-hex spot, and they are playing with 5 unique resources. From the best country in Chile. Nice, nice. Listen, we got some Chile supporters. Very cool, very cool. How do you watch a specific match? So the tables are... Well, actually, I guess they aren't public. But if you want me to stream a specific table, please do let me know. There are 24 tables, and the tables are listed in the announcements for the tournament in the Colonist Discord. So please do let me know if there is a table you want me to pull up real quick and talk about. I will happily do it. I'm looking at these 3 tables specifically because I was like looking through the list. I'm like, I think these 3 will be interesting to switch in between and talk about. So blue going for this 3-9-11. This does make sense. I didn't say it earlier, but this spot is a great expansion spot for blue. Like I said, they are playing the longest road condition, so they will be looking to get additional settlements on the 4-11, 3-9-11, whatnot, what sort. Maybe they could get some ore with black, potentially, once black cities up this 8-4-3, in addition for blue helping him with army, maybe throws additional wheat and maybe a sheep their way here and there, because black is on the 10, but might not be enough to support his development card game on its own. 9-4-2, like I said, red is definitely going for the spot. This would be a game changer for red. Getting on sheep yourself would be a beautiful thing for red. Also, this 4 wood is going to become a free card spot. That means is red can port for whatever they want whenever this 4 rolls with the 3 wood using the 3-for-1 port. So that's going to be essential to balance his overall game since he's only on a 10 wheat. So he's going to be flooded with ore and not enough wheat, but this 4 is going to help balance his setup. So I like that a lot, actually. Rory hasn't really moved, but he is buying development cards. So there is that. Oh, and there's the city. Remember when I said Rory wasn't really doing much? Well, he was buying development cards, and there is the city. Who am I kindly? I am your host for this event, Mr. AwesomeAggron. I am relatively well-versed in the competitive Catan scene. Started out in a server called Catan Champs. You may have heard of it. You may not have heard of it. Open league format, grinded through the divisions. And then I played in another server called King of Catan, which is an invite-only league for the best of the best players that qualify. In a league, not a one-off tournament like this. So, grinded my way through there. Moved up into the upper Premier League there. Played in a final. Didn't win. Had winning roles, though. It do be like that. And then I shifted my focus to over-the-board Catan, which was in-person tournaments. And I recently participated in the U.S. Nationals for 2025. Didn't quite make the top 16, but I was a top-performing player at the U.S. Nationals 2025. Placed 23rd out of 147 players, so I was pretty happy with that performance, not gonna lie. So I've definitely had my rounds in Catan. Let's take a look at table 14. Burger hasn't really moved. We got blue here. Ponchetti, okay. Got on the Brickport, looking to maybe do a road game around this 10 wood. Maybe connect his roads. Looking solid, for sure. Okay, yeah, I can pull that up. Alrighty. So let's take a look at table 15. Table 15. Yeah, like I said, there's so many tables. There's only so many I could talk about. All of these players are fantastic in their own right, in a way. So, once again, if there's a table you want me to talk about, please do let me know. Alright, table 15. This has Bandar Q, Ricolet, Free Power Zero, and Dr. Mayo. Yo, I like that username. Mayo is a W condiment. So, Orange looks like he's playing a nice road game. Might get a 3-4 expansion and a 3-for-1 on the 8 wood. Got Bandar playing a nice side-by-side with rare resources of the 5-8-10, 8-3-4. Lots of wheat, lots of brick. Going to be able to trade, going to be able to do lots of different things. We have Ricolet green, who looks like he's in a really tough spot. I would not want to play this setup. You've coordinated production with the 6s and the 3s, but you're not really excelling with anything, no? Your brick is pretty weak. Looks like he's going for this 3-4. That could make sense. He did drop a road here. Maybe ore port? I'm not too sure how that setup's gonna fare. And then we have red with the 5-6-9 and the 5-2. Also a very interesting setup. Looks like red was first on this board. Probably took the 5-6-9 and then decided 5-2 to 6-2 as an out could work for them. And it does. I mean, you have sheep port, you have the 9 sheep, you're doubling the Dewey, which I can definitely respect. You're getting on wood, which helps. And then you also have access to this 9-12, which will give you a 3-for-1. I think if I'm red, 6-2 settle, city 5-6-9, and then just pop a bunch of development cards. I think that is your game through and through. You should be fine. Bandar, he's going to have to trade a lot to make this work, but I believe Bandar can make that happen. He's well-versed in knowing how to trade and being self-efficient. So, city on the 5-8-10, or no, 8-3-4 first, because you got to double your ore. 3-for-1 settle makes sense. 4-11 could be good, just get on a hint of sheep. And maybe if you can get some wood trades, you can work your way over to this brick port. Have a nice little road game. But I think it will be challenging without the wood. He does have the network to pull it off, though. Orange definitely has a bit more of a standard road game, but the production's weak, and the scalability factor is going to be a little bit challenging. Cities are going to be difficult to come by for Orange, so I'm interested to see how this is going to play out overall. Mayo Big L? Dude, Nolan, what the heck? Mayo is an absolute W condiment. Alright, so going back to table 14, I believe this is table 14, yes it is. Blue making their way around the 10 wood. Like I said, Burger having a bit of a tough time after his initial settlement. He has bought development cards, though, and it looks like he's going to have a big turn here, actually. So there is that. The only good condiment is soft serve ice cream. Any other condiment just ruins food. Oh, man. Any other condiment just ruins food. That's potentially a crazy take. Listen, I love soft serve ice cream, but you will not see me putting that on a burger. I'm sorry. I think we've gone too far at that point. Yeah, green also has a nice little road game here. Nice little connect for 8 roads from the looks of it. Can loop the 5 sheep, get to 10 roads. City shouldn't be too difficult, actually, with the sheep port. A 3-for-1, double wood, double brick with the 8 and 10. The 4 and the 5 can just port all the sheep down for the ore that you're missing. The rare 2 might roll, which can help you. Yeah, I like green's spot a lot here, actually. Especially if they could buy a development card and get that nice victory point as the road player. Like, you already know green's going to be in a good spot after that, if that happens. Although Burger did get his city and has 2 down devs. We don't know what those devs are. But he might not be able to contest army against Black, Mr. Swap T, who has already devved so much, but has not done anything else this game from the looks of it. So that could potentially put Black in a rough spot if they do not scale their production soon. You're not American if you haven't eaten ice cream on a burger? I am American. You know, listen, man, I've had a donut burger before. That was pretty good, honestly. I would definitely have a donut burger again. That's dope. You've eaten a burger and an ice cream? I mean, has anyone ever done, like, peanut butter on their burger? Peanut butter on their burger is pretty good. I think it works pretty well with, like, a bacon jam type of thing. I think that's how it's, like, meant to be eaten. Yeah, I've had that once. It was pretty good, actually. Would recommend. Now you're thinking about a donut and soft serve? For sure, for sure. Oh, man. God, you guys are making me hungry, and I literally ate breakfast like an hour and a half ago. Like, stop. um. Anyways, going back to table 8, Rayman has definitely built up his development card stack. Now has 3 down development cards, but hasn't played a knight, interestingly enough. So what could Rayman's devs be? Who knows, honestly. Maybe he's already played like a Year of Plenty or Monopoly, possibly, because he was able to get Road Settle on the 6-3. Last time we saw him, he already had Road Settle on the Wood. Rob has Road Settled on the 3-for-1 and the Sheep Port, respectively. Makes sense. Those are his main ports and his main ability to scale. The 8 becomes a free card, which helps his wheat ore situation. So I do like that a lot for Rob. Mr. Blue Street, or Blue Steel. Why did I say Blue Street? Blue Steel, on the brick port. This is a very strong brick port play. Tripling the 5, singling the 8. This 5-8-10 city is going to be massive. Once you city up the 5-8-10, you're going to be able to get 2 free cards every 5 roll. Which I, for one, can definitely appreciate. No game audio, by the way? Yeah, we're supposed to not have game audio. Do you really want to hear Rayman roll a 7 and then someone else take the longest road at the same time? I don't think so, because we have multiple tabs open. We're analyzing multiple different games at the same time. I personally do not want to hear that. So going back to table 5, this is table 5. Oh my god, red has scaled significantly here. It looks like red might be able to clean up here soon. Dropping multiple cities here. Road Settle on the 8 or from the 8-10. Still has this 3-for-1. Cityed up the 9-4-2. Has double city on this 4. So now that roll is super flexible. That's essentially a road every 4 if he wants it to be. Still has the Road Settle on the 6-2 as well. I really like Red's prospects here, but we have to remember that Rory is holding on to Army with 4 down development cards, and we have no idea what those development cards are. If Rory's holding on to victory points, this could just be the game. Also, the 7 sound effect makes it extra frustrating. For sure, dude. Oh, man, dude, nothing hurts more than rolling a 7. And you're like, bro, what do you mean? Like, whoever designed that sound effect just knew it was going to be soul-crushing and absolutely aggravating. Like, you just can't have that. You just can't have that. Alrighty, so 6 rolls. And then black gets a settle. Black has a lot of work to do. Somehow needs to get Army off of purple, which I don't know is possible at this point, because if purple has multiple knights, they just play them. If purple doesn't have knights, the game's likely over this turn or next turn. So I'm not convinced what you're supposed to do as black here. Maybe the H just underrolled this game. And, you know, that's a risk that you take by having essentially a 3-number setup. 8-4-3, I guess the 10. So, definitely a bit of a risk. Well, let's see if Rory could close here. Rory 7's out! That's pain. But there might be a steal here if they have the right development cards. What exactly would they be looking for? Maybe a brick? I'm not sure. I mean, if they have 3 victory points and they need a settle, they probably need a brick. But I don't know if there's any brick out there. There could be. Just hits red, which is completely fair. Maybe the 9 sheep would make more sense, because I feel like red settling would be a bit more detrimental, but maybe he's not blocking the 9 because blue needs to help black buy development cards. But wait, that's Rory doing that, so that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, I think 9 sheep is a better block here for Rory because you essentially want to be able to um, neutralize the table's ability to buy development cards. So, let's see. Yeah, we're very close to game here for sure. Settle on the sheep port could be good. So on ore port, just buys another development card and passes. Okay, we'll check on this table in just a sec. Want to see what's going on here. Red did get city on 569. Hasn't settled 6-2, but has city twice and hasn't bought a development card, actually. Looking to get on the wheat port. Oh, okay, Red. I see you. I see you. Yo, what's good, Mitchell? We're streaming high-quality Catan games. Bandar did get a city on 843 and the 3-for-1 and settled on the 3-for-1, so was right about that. Orange did end up getting 3-4 and the 8, so far everything has pretty much been calculated almost perfectly. Green, 693, 6311. I wasn't too sure about this setup. I'm still not sure. Looks like he's trying to cut orange through the middle of the board and claim road for himself. I do think this is probably an okay play for green. My concern is you are building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 roads, and 4 of them are essentially dead, not building toward anything remarkable. That is potentially pretty dire and costly long term. So we'll see how that bites green in the butt down the line. White has the longest road, a down dev, so what, 8 points? Open settle for 9? Maybe Rob could plow this 6 wheat settle with the development card in his hand. Nah, he used a knight. Okay, never mind. He did use a knight, so not going to be able to play a development card. Table 24 looks interesting. That's the Dandy Drew table, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, sure. We can take a look at table 24 real quick. So many tables open. Alright, while that loads, let's go back to this table. Table 8. Yeah. Oh, Red City 6-11-12. This is a bold decision. I don't like this city. I don't like this city one bit. I don't understand this city. Like, at all. But it looks like Red was able to buy development cards, maybe with the extra sheep. But you still just produce more off the 5-8-10 city. I mentioned before, you're doubling your ore, doubling your wheat, getting 2 free cards off of this 5. This 6-11-12 city is questionable at best. Rob does get city on 693 though. Looking to get army potentially next turn. This is a knight. Rayman has built 2 cities. Potentially can sneak road for the win. Maybe not this turn. Maybe not this turn. White is looking to extend the longest road. Maybe by 1. Maybe he takes the settle here instead. Not sure what his hand is. No, he is asking in chat to extend his longest road. So, Rob is going to help do that. 1-2. And just like that, Rayman's road sneak is completely out of the picture. If Rayman is at 8 points and had rolls to sneak the longest road, that is now gone. However, Rayman can cut White up here, which means White's road would be capped at 8. Is that the right play? Possibly. If Rayman believes he could win with road in like 2 orbits, definitely could be the play. You just drop 1-2 onto the 4-5. It breaks White's connect, caps him at 8 roads, and then all you need to do is connect down here and build one more road on the 8 or one more road on the 410 to make it happen. Rayman does play a Year of Plenty for 2 weeks. Are we looking at another city, or is this more development cards? For those of you that have not watched Rayman play, he loves development cards. He loves popping development cards. So he basically centers his whole game around what development cards he pulls. If he pulls mono early, you will just see him continue popping, knowing that he can mono for that city at any point. So that gives him extra flexibility and utility to just do what he feels he needs to do. If he pulls multiple non-knights, he goes into like a production road game, and obviously if he pulls knights, he's playing army. Pretty much every time, Rayman's pulling like 3 to 5 devs at the start of the game, and then he just dictates his game around that. It's honestly a pretty good play style, honestly. The city there is to probably avoid and focus blocks on the 5, 8, 10. Oh, we're talking about the other game. Oh, apparently a game has ended. The Burger game! Burger comes out victorious. Do not be fooled. His name's Burger Lars, but he's playing with his Pizza Lars all for some reason. GG to Burger Lars. It looks like he was able to sneak the longest road for the win with 4 cities. Massive production. And there was a mono play, too, for 6 wood. It looks like the table couldn't quite counter that, and it was just a little bit too much. Well done, Burger. We will likely see you in the quarterfinals tomorrow, because I think you will only need 1 win to secure your spot. Going back to this game, table 5. Red, multiple cities. Looking like this could be it, potentially. Builds a road. Nope, not quite. Which means I believe Rory has multiple rolls to get this. Oh, plus a knight? Yeah, he has a victory point. Probably a steal plus any roll is probably the game. Jess needs to dodge a 7 here. Jess needs to dodge a 7. There we go. That might be it. That might be it. And there it is. That is the game. On the sheep port for the win. Also had an open settle on the 9-12. Very solid performance by Rory Catan, who's apparently from Chile, so it is not the Rory I personally know. It do be like that sometimes. Orange, expanding onto the wood port here. This is very interesting. He does have 5 settles down, needs a city, but he has claimed the longest road with 2 down devs. So potentially on 9 here. Maybe. Dr. Mayo showing up. Table 24 finished. Oh, that's right. I was going to look at table 24. I apologize. There's too many games to focus on. Yeah, so I'm just going to take a quick look through this. Drew is playing the longest road. That makes sense. Probably got a couple of early rep blocks potentially, which potentially slowed him down. You are dealing with a USA national champion after all, so it does make sense. Got the road, got the 3-for-1. Yeah, Drew took a lot of hits here from the looks of it. Pink played a knight, citied, and yeah, that was it. Looks like there was a very, very competitive battle here for the largest army. Pink only scrapes out by 1 extra knight. Crazy. Wow. Spectacular. So, Dr. Mayo with the mono. Oh, here we go. Like I said, all he needs to activate his endgame here is to just drop a city. There it is. Alright, potentially on 9 points. Maybe just has the win, honestly. This could be it for Dr. Mayo. Nope, but he does cut red off for some reason. I guess... Wait, what's the purpose of this? I actually don't understand the purpose of this play. I mean, yeah, you extend roads, sure. But, like, these roads feel kind of pointless, no? Because, like, red already can't settle here. I don't really understand these roads. You could just loop the desert instead, I guess. I also don't think the road battle gets so intense that you need to loop the desert plus cut red off here. Yeah, huge GG to Lars. Lars is one of our 1v1 boys. Like I said, I'm excited to see how the 1v1 boys make it out in this tournament. I'll definitely take a look at one of Dursa's games later today. But for now, we're focusing on these couple of games. That game finished, so I'm going to close that out. Yeah, so it looks like Rayman has bought a couple more development cards. Big surprise. Are we going to see yet another development card from Ray? It looks like we did. Oh my goodness. 4 down development cards. Who knows what they are, but if Rayman can extend the game, he could potentially take Army off of Blue Steel, which would be huge. That would probably be game, honestly. I suspect Rayman does have 2 VPs under the hood. So give it 2 orbits maybe, and we could see Rayman with the W here. Going back to this game, Dr. Mayo looks like he had rolls, but couldn't quite capitalize on it. Green did extend all the way through the center of the board. Wow, I hope he did that with compensation, because doing that for free with his own cards is kind of crazy. I actually really need to pee real quick, chat, so give me 1 sec to go do that. Wow, I gotta pee. Alrighty. We take a leak. Nice and quick. Alright. Back in business. So yeah, I really hope Green got some sort of compensation for getting road through the center of the board like this. This seems potentially suboptimal. And like I said, these roads from Orange did not make any sense. Red could still have settled here. So why are we building this way? I'm not sure. We do have open settle on the 8 anyway, so it's probably not a big deal. But we are going to need a city and take road back or pop a victory point. So definitely looking bad for Dr. Mayo now. It was looking good at one point. Chat, did he wash his hands? Wash hand check. What do you take me for? We gotta be quick out here. There's games to cover, Nolan. Yeah, so I guess Orange did need this extra space in the end. It just felt like a weird play to me at first, because, like, Red doesn't have a reason to drop a road here. But I guess maybe Black Bandar could feed Red this road, which would be pretty catastrophic for Orange's game. So maybe it's like a better safe than sorry type of thing. But you have the extra settle, you have the space. What is Green's cap on road? 13? 14. Green's cap on road is 14. And so is Dr. Mayo's, actually, assuming Red doesn't build a road here. So it's a race to 14 roads. Or maybe Bandar just wins before then. Dropping 2 cities in the same turn. What the heck? Incredible. That was the fastest game you've ever won in your life? Table 6 was probably the first one to end. You got lucky with placements and development cards. That happens, man. GG's on the dub, though. GG on the dub. Like I said, one win is probably enough to secure yourself for the playoffs tomorrow. So, congratulations. You can play spoiler for other people. So, definitely don't let go easy, you know? Yeah, Bandar looks like he's really close here. No one has taken the largest army, by the way. So if Bandar has a knight, which I assume he does, it will be the game next turn for Mr. Bandar Q. Potentially, though, if Dr. Mayo pull the victory point, Mayo definitely has rolls if Green doesn't take road back here. Green needs 2 roads. I actually feel bad for Orange because it doesn't look like Green is getting enough compensation for this to really be worthwhile for him. Like, you can play for points in tournaments, but, like, to what, like, you know, to what expectation? You can play for points, but you should be trying to win. So I actually do feel pretty bad for Dr. Mayo here. He's just gotten really screwed by this road fight, honestly. Oh, and it looks like this game just ended. This was the Rayman game. Oh, Rob does take it. Excellent. It looks like Rob took army and was able to build his way to victory. 2 cities, 3 settles. Yeah, that's about what I expected from the setup. And it looks like Rayman got stuck maybe pulling too many non-knights. Not necessarily a bad thing considering Ray's setup, but ultimately just wasn't able to come out on top. But GG's to Rob. Fantastic players. Fantastic game. On to the next. Alright. That game's done. I need to get more games. What tables are still going on, chat? Do you guys know? Can somebody let me know what tables are still going on? How is Black not already won there? Black is likely winning. Yep, there we go. Bandar Q getting the dub. I need to figure out what games are still happening here so we can cover them. Still a couple of games left, I'm pretty sure. I just don't know which ones are still going on. 12? 12 is still going on. Let's take a look at table 12. Where? It's table 12. Table 12. Yeah, like I said, games are finishing up relatively quickly here. So we are looking at the stragglers, as I like to call them. Not necessarily because they're bad games. They're probably very good games. They've just extended long because of like dice rolls and development cards and stuff like that. Balancing the table, as they say. So, wow. Okay, this looks quite complicated. Tofu Tyrant. I believe that's one of our 1v1 boys. We also have Fanny, who is I know them as a player. And then we also have Simless as well, who is a pretty well-known online player at this point. He's newer to the scene. He's performed very well in the online scene so far, so good for him. It looks like Blue Tofu Tyrant has built a bunch of roads and has sort of like stagnated his ability to close, but he is keeping the longest road for now at this given moment. Pink has army, 5 knights played. It's looking a little dire for Pink. I'm not sure how they close exactly. Roads settle on the 11-12, maybe drop another city. I guess 2 3s would do it. You basically get a city every single time you roll a 3, so I guess you're looking for 3s if you're Pink. The people in your table did the settings to very fast, so it was a lot faster. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, if the game goes faster, it's likely that the game speed was also faster. Yeah, in these tournaments, sometimes you gotta think on your feet, because The timer can get to you sometimes. It does look like most of these games we're playing on fast speed for the most part. Maybe a couple of normals here and there. But I think they're all playing on fast. And then apparently table 6 played on very fast or something. Not sure. Yeah, so Sinless, probably looking good. I don't know how many victory points he has, but it could be 2, could be 3. If it's 2 plus another non-knight, probably can close. If it's 3, he's definitely closing this turn. If it's 1, could get complicated. Blue is on 9. So I think if it gets back to blue and Sinless can't win, I think Tofu Tyrant has the W here. So it's looking solid. What other tables haven't finished yet? Can somebody give me a rundown of that? What other tables are still going on here? Table 11, maybe? I see people in the VC for table 11. So maybe they're not done yet. Maybe they're finishing up. Let's take a look at table 11. Table 11. Okay, table 11 is still going. Very nice, very nice. My boy Wise playing as orange. He's looking pretty good here. Doesn't quite have army, but potentially looking to build instead. These are victory points on 8 points. Could be good. Wise does have a knight, so I guess he's chasing army instead. Who do you block here? Probably red. No? Yeah, I think it's red. Yeah. 6 brick. Okay. 8 weak could also be the shout, but 6 did roll. So very good block for Wise. Very good block for Wise. A 14 card hand here. Potentially looking to chase army. If red doesn't have a knight, Wise could maybe take that in 2 turns. What else can I say? Oh, Gravity Marty. I remember. Yeah. I think I've played with this guy once or twice. He's cool. I like that guy. Yeah, so table 11, table 12. Sinless was not able to win, but neither was Tofu Tyrant. So they're going along for another whole orbit. What other tables are still finishing up here? Looking at the VCs. Table 12 still going on. Is it just 11 and 12? Is that it? I think it's just 11 and 12. I don't think there's any other tables that are still going on. But definitely let me know if there are, chat. Can Fanny close here? Maybe looking to get a quick development card pop for the win? Oh, Tofu started an embargo against Fanny. Okay, reasonable. Makes sense. Maybe Fanny is the pop on their own. This could be pop for the win. Was probably trading for a city there. Alright, Fanny just passes. Maybe had the pop, maybe he didn't. Chooses to pass regardless. Simless porting for a brick. Passing. Looks like this is Tofu Tyrant's game. I think only a 7 prevents win here. And he might still have win even with 7 plus steal. So, looks like a GG Tofu Tyrant angle. Very nicely done. Wise, still battling it out here with our good friends Gravity Marty, Batu, and Digitalix. Yes. Chat, I can read. It is confirmed. I can read. Oh, man. It's a tight fight here. I mean, blue is extending road, but can't really get any settles down, so it's looking a little dire. Going back to this game, Tofu Tyrant looking for the win here, and that should be it. There it is. Wow. 10-9-9-9. What a game. Simless did have 3 VPs. Oh! Simless definitely had a lot of rolls there. That's a bit of a shame, honestly. But this looked like a very good game. Very close. 10-9-9-9. Love to see it. That's a great game. Can we really complain about a 10-9-9 game? I don't think so. Yeah, so is it just this table left? Just table 11? Any other tables at all? Alright. Assuming this is the last table, once this game finishes, I'm going to take a quick break to go walk my dog, and then we will be hopping into round 2 of the preliminaries. Once tables are up, table draws are established. Yes, okay. Looks like Wise could be sitting on multiple nons here. The question is how many? Maybe 3? 2 or 3 for sure. 2 or 3 for sure. Looks like Digitalic's potentially close as well. With maybe some nons as well. I'm not sure who has the nons. I think whoever has the victory points is probably going to be able to close before Gravity Marty. Because I believe blue should be able to extend one more road here. I guess if blue can't extend one more road, then Gravity Marty might be able to take the dub with a couple of different rolls here. Yeah, I believe Gravity Marty's hand is just 3 wheat. So a 3 plus a brick roll would do it. An 8 plus a 6 would do it. Yeah, 8 plus 6, 3 plus 8. Yeah, any combination of 3, 6, and 8 would be the game for Gravity Marty if they do not extend blue's longest road. So it could be tough. Digitalic's is looking to maybe drop a settlement here, but decides to pop when he was denied a trade. Makes sense, makes sense. Wise playing a knight off of the 6, potentially putting it back on Gravity Marty's 6, as it does look like Wise does need the 6 to win. Maybe already has Ore in hand, though, so might be looking at the 8 instead. Blocks the 5. Okay. Not sure if I agree with that decision. That's a thought. Maybe he has to block the 5 because he knows black has multiple VPs. Like 4. Like, I guess if black has 4 VPs, that would be the right move, because black would definitely have rolls to win here. Without a doubt. Black is only holding on to 1 card, though, so I'm not sure how important it is to do that. Okay, blue needs to extend here, otherwise any combination of rolls will be the win for Gravity Marty. A 6, 3, or 8 would be the game. Alrighty. Yeah. Maybe blue's considering, like, wait, why am I extending with my own cards? Maybe I should get help from orange or black here, you know? Yeah, it looks like the case. Although it is just a 1-for-1. I feel like you could get more here if you're blue, but Wise is not complaining. It looks like Wise could potentially have a window to win here if he could extend the game. Just 2 more orbits. Just needs a knight plus another knight. Maybe some killer rolls to get another city down before the game ends. 6 plus 8 did roll, so he does have a third city in hand. Say it's like 2 victory points and a knight. Could potentially be close here. Gravity Marty also looking very close here. Just passes, though. Interesting. Digitalic's rolling the 7. Probably going to put it on one of Gravity Marty's hexes. No! He puts it on Wise's hex. And steals from Wise. Okay. So Wise might have 3 victory points, is what that tells me. Or like 2 victory points and another non-knight. Maybe like Mono or Yop or something. Wise is definitely very close here. It could be like an army point, but could also just be building with good non-knight pulls. This could be it. This could be it. Wise does reveal the 5th knight, though, so not looking likely for that to be the case. Probably going to have to put it back on Gravity Marty. 5, and you rob red here. No, you're robbing black. I guess they know who is what at this point. Or maybe it's just like, oh, I robbed you, so I'll rob you back type of thing. That's possible as well. Not 100% sure. That's a pretty nasty discard from Wise, unfortunately. Had to drop a road and quite a few ores. You hate to see it. Yeah, what could I say? Yeah, blue has a lot of open settles here, but just not enough production to get any of them down. It's looking very dire for blue. Just aimlessly extending. Just giving Wise and Digitalix more time. It's complicated. Wow, okay. And Wise pops again, which means he probably takes army for the win next turn. 2 victory points and a knight would be the game. So, yeah. It could be game next turn. Okay. Blue gets to move the robber. Might put on Wise. Might put on red. Probably going to put on red to protect his points, no? I imagine you put on red to protect your points. Because as blue, that's really all you can do at this point. You just got to protect your 6-7 points and go with the idea that hopefully you win one of your next 2 games and just have reasonable points going into the last couple rounds. Although I am looking at this and it looks a little scuffed for blue. It's definitely not looking likely for Mr. Bata. Again, just not enough production, too many open settles, just not enough time. Looks like Bata is looking to get another settlement, another point down, trading 2 cards to do it. This man is desperate to get his points. I mean, I can definitely respect the hustle, for sure. Without a doubt. There's a 9. Gravity Marty's just missing all of his rolls. And it looks like Wise might have the win on his turn if Digitalix does not. Yep, there it is. That is the game. I am almost certain of it. Might even be an 11-pointer if the 6 rolls here. Oh, it's not the game. He does not have 2 victory points, so it's not guaranteed game yet. 6 or 10 would be game, though. 11! Does he have enough with porting cards for a road settle? I don't think so. Maybe he could port the wood. I don't know if he has another wood in his hand. Maybe he stole wood from black. It's close. It's very close. There's the road settle. But that's not the game! Alright, so it is confirmed that Digitalix is just on 9 points with all of the victory points. I kind of figured, based off of what we were working with, between them robbing each other and just ignoring Gravity Marty, but I'm not convinced. Oh, wow. Okay. That is super interesting. So it looks like black definitely has rolls here. I mean, if blue could settle... No, no, no. Okay, I understand why blue did that for his own game, but there's not enough time. I think if you want to extend the game, you gotta settle the 4-9, but maybe blue's like, I don't have incentive to do that. Which is honestly fair. I don't think he does have incentive to do that. In all reality. It's unfortunate, but I just don't think he has incentive to settle the 4-9. It do be like that. The next round of tables out already? And that is the game. Gravity Marty taking it with the road steal. I did mention this as a possibility. Oh, he cut the 9-4 too. Even more reason you should have settled the 4-9. I wasn't even considering that. But, wow. I mean, that is the game. Blue just didn't have incentive to settle the right spot. Even though it would have been better for his own game. Wow, that's tough. But that is the game. Nice little road sneak from Gravity Marty by chopping Bata's road. And I'm going to take a short break, chat, but I will be back. I will be back. Next game in 5 minutes. I gotta take a bit of a breather. Ah. Alrighty. I'm back. I am back. Let's see if they've released round 2 tables. I'm sure they did. Yeah, sorry about that, chat. Just had to go walk the dog real quick. Did they start tables yet for round 2? Not sure. They have not. They have not. Alright. So, I actually had more time than I thought. I'm probably gonna get water. Just chill. Maybe check on a few technical things. Audio quality is still good. No issues, right? Yeah, so let's see if they have round 2 tables up yet. Get a quick gander of next round tables would be great. Alright, they do have round 2 tables up. Cool, cool, cool. Just take a quick look. Rayman on table 7. Blue. Goat playing Doctorius and some other people. Could be interesting. Bandar playing with gold and green. Tavolin. On chill. Okay, interesting. Simla's playing on one of the 3P tables. We got Drew and Rory together on table 20. Spicy. Rob and Pizza together. Or, sorry, Rob and Burger together. Oh my god. I called him Pizza. No! I can't believe this. One sec, guys. Alright. Ginger Snap playing on that table. Alright, so still waiting on round 2 tables to start. I'm going to use that opportunity to get some more water. BRB, chat. Refreshing. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Hopefully, tables are getting started now. I gave it a couple of minutes. Yeah, so, I just kind of selected a random table. Let's start with 18, huh? I have no idea why. Didn't really look at who was on table 18, but let's take a look at table 18. Alright, immediately placements are already down. Looks like the order was black, orange, blue, 6, 4, 3 in first. Then orange, 8, 10, 3. Blue with 5, 9, 10. And then red with 5, 9, 10. 8, 3? No. Wait, what do you do with this? Maybe like 5, 9, 10, 5, 6, 11. Just a wood, wheat, sheep setup. You do have the ports to pull it off. Wood port, wheat port, 6, 5, 11. Could be a 6, 4, 3 angle, actually. Didn't quite see 6, 4, 3. Just to get on a hint of ore, right? You do open up the board a bit by doing that, so maybe there's a 6, 3, 11 play here instead. But then there's not enough wood to support your wood port, so I think I like 6, 4, 3 the best for red here. I think I like 6, 4, 3 the best for red. Let's pull up another table at random. Table 9, I guess. I'm just pulling these up at random, like I said. If you guys have any suggestions on tables to view, please do let me know. There's only so many tables I can cover as the host. I'm trying to do maybe like 4 or 5 at a time. It's hard. There's 24 tables. It's a lot. Alright, placements here have already gone underway. We got our boy Dr. Mayo again, playing as black. We saw him play in the first round. 5, 9, 10, 8, 10. Pretty interesting setup. Going to be very reliant on this 8 ore. It is isolated though, so could work. It's kind of low production. I'm not sure how I feel about this for Dr. Mayo. I guess if you double the wheat, double the ore, you have a nice little road network to work with. Maybe there's a road sneak. Double play opportunity. Mayhaps. Where would the road be on the 6-4-3? Oh, in the other game? The road would probably go down, if I had to guess. But it doesn't look like red's doing that. Red is doing the 6-5-11, which I think is also a reasonable play here. I would just point toward the desert. So you get a road builder, you can go for the 8-10, which would be huge. That would basically complete your setup. You could also just build into the 4-11 if you don't get the road builder. Yeah, I think I like this road point a lot. Gives you ample opportunity to expand. You also have the wood and wheat port, so that's good. There isn't a lot of brick on this board, so getting on this 8-10 might be the priority of another player. Like, I could see potentially blue playing like a wood brick ore setup with like the 8-3. You go 8-3 into the brick port. That could work, honestly. There's plenty of wheat to trade between red and orange. I can definitely see a play like that working. We'll probably just see 249. That's a little less creative, but it does get the job done. 249 into the 5-2 could definitely work. Like that's solid. No complaints there. I think blue's in a great spot this game. Has so many places to expand. Let me pull up another table at random. Let's go table 3. Why table 3? I don't know. I wasn't looking specifically at who the players were at this table, but, we're just trying to get a wide spread of action to cover. Adding as we go. Just flipping through the games. Just taking a look, Taking a little look-see. Looking at major plays. That's what it's all about. When you're doing blitz coverage like this is all you can do. Oh, okay, Anish is at this table. We haven't seen Anish play yet, so yeah, this is a good table to cover. Anish looks like he placed second. Blue with the 5-8-10, Anish with 5-6-11, and red with the 4-8-10. Mr. Perplexed. Yeah, I like that username. I'm surprised he's not purple based off of the way that's spelled, but I guess you do need a Colonist membership to get purple. So maybe he does not have the elite membership to play as purple. It do be like that sometimes. I mean, hey, if he wins this tournament, he'll have an elite membership and then he can play as purple. So can you watch this yourself somehow? I don't believe the table links are open to the public, unfortunately. I could be wrong about that, but I do not believe the table links are open to the public. That is why I'm hosting and trying my best to cover as many tables as I can. So, again, there's 24 tables, so there's a lot to delve in with the preliminaries. It won't be like this tomorrow, because tomorrow has less tables to cover. Quarterfinals might be like that, but semis and finals should be a lot more clear struct, and you could just look at 1 or 2 games at a time. So, yeah, no worries. No worries. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, so black takes the 3-9-11. Oh, yeah, Digitalics. We saw him play in the last game, the table 11 game. He pulled 4 VPs in his last game. But Gravity Marty snuck away with it. The mad lad. The absolute mad lad. 6-4-3-5-9-10. This makes sense from black. I'm going to add one more table to our mix of coverage. Let's cover table 25. I believe this is a 3-player table. So we'll get a little mix of dynamics here. 3-player plays a bit differently from 4P. So the board is going to be a lot more wide open, a lot more places to expand. So wooden brick takes priority during placements usually in a 3-player game, because expansion is much more promising in 3P. Never mind, there's no table 25. Why is there no table 25? I do not know. Okay, I'll pick a different table. Table 6? Table 6? Well, yeah, let's do table 6. Oh, it's another Burger Wars game. Let's get it. I love Burger Wars. What a good guy. Very good at 1v1. I'm also pretty good at 1v1, but I don't know if I'm as good as Burger. Burger's kind of insane in the membrane with 1v1. Okay, Rob and Burger on the same table. Rob and Burger both won their first games, by the way, so could be good. Is this who I think it is? Avni 143. I mean, there's somebody in Champs that plays in Dual Division with the username Avni. Avanesu. So it could be him. Maybe. 8-3-10, 8-10. Pretty volatile setup. Gonna be looking to just roll 8s from the looks of it. Gonna be a tough game, but if Fates roll well, could be a good game. We'll see. We'll see. Black already got the road settle on the 6-2. 5-9-10. Lots of wood, lots of brick. Pretty difficult to maybe play road here since you're segmented, but maybe green will let you take passage if road gets complicated here. I could see Rob playing for road through the middle here, so black might have to drop some roads through the middle as well around that desert. So there is that. Going back to Anisha's game, there's still emplacements, by the way. Perplex pointed this road inward, which I don't like. I don't like this at all. Generally, on your first placement, you should be pointing into the coast to secure your ports. Your 3-for-1 port, your sheep port. Yeah, there was definitely an opportunity to just go like 4-8-10, 6-9-3 here. Just have a nice, solid production game with SBS, essentially. 9-6-2 into the 6-3? Potentially. Anish does need a 3-for-1 port. I would not put it past him to plow this. You do need a 3-for-1 port with this setup. 5-6-11, 9-6-2. Pretty number reliant setup, unfortunately. I feel like the 6s could get hammered. Yep, he does point toward the 6-3. That makes perfect sense. I think Colonist.io sponsored this video, so no. This is actually a live stream. I am live presenting to you guys as many games as I can. I'm the host for the preliminary rounds of the Colonist Con 2025 Championship, and I'm doing my best to cover as many games as I can, but like I said, there are 24 tables, so there's a lot to look at, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, but like, oh, dude, what did I say about this 8-10? What did I say about this 8-10? I said if red can pull a road builder, he can go to the 8-10. Did he actually pull a road builder, or did he get trades to go there? I'm not sure. See, this is why it sucks not being able to watch one game the full way through. But again, we're doing our best with blitz coverage. Yeah, it looks like red's trying to get a settle on this 8-10. Yeah, this would be a really good settle for red. Gets him on the brick, which then allows him to road settle his way onto this wood port, and maybe can play a road game on the right side of the board here, using his wood as flex cards. Gonna need a couple of 10s. Oh my god, look at this trade. Red's willing to trade 3 cards for this settlement. Absolute mad lad. Absolute mad lad. I don't think they're budging, though. I don't think they're budging. I don't think it's necessarily wrong to give red this 8-10. Black already has a red settle. Blue already has a city. Like I said, 2-9-4 into 5-2. Very prevalent, very strong play, honestly. I think blue just has the best setup on paper, especially with the Dewey rolling. We love a good Dewey. Let the Dewey cook. We love a good Dewey. Let's switch around here. This is... Oh, yeah, Dr. Mayo's game. So, Dr. Mayo actually got the plow on the 5-6-12. That's huge for his game. That's actually huge. Tavolin as orange, playing as orange. Looking pretty good here. Gets the road settle on the wheat port. Gonna get 6-3, 3-4, maybe 8-3 later. He's looking pretty solid. You could actually just go 6-3 and then continue on to 8-3. I think that's probably what I would do as Mr. Tavolin. Red, Gips, 4-9-11, 8-4-3. Looking solid. 5-9-10, 5-6-11. Didn't point to the wood port, though. A little strange. He did get the 6-3-11, which is nice. 6-3-11 to 5-11, I presume. Tried to plow this, but got plowed in the process. Dr. Mayo must have pulled like an early Year of Plenty or Road Builder or something to make that happen. There isn't a whole lot of brick on this board, so I don't imagine green would be trading it around freely like that. it's just too big of a risk to give Dr. Mayo chances to get to the spot. So he must have pulled a Yopper ability, is my assumption. A little unlucky for Mr. Juan Chillin 22. Oh, I thought this was the same game because the number configuration's the same, but no. Rest assured, this is a different name. We have Pizza Lars playing as Burger Lars. Well, his actual username is Burger Lars, but he's playing with Pizza Lars account for whatever reason. Very confusing for no good reason. Why are you doing that, man? You're making me look bad as a commentator. Then we have Rob doing Rob things. He got the 942, which is good. Gonna road settle onto this wood port. Also very good. The overall production is solid too, which I like. I did say Black was probably playing road, but this road game looks a little complicated. If Black can make his way onto the 8 ore, I actually really like Black's prospects in the long term this game. But gonna have to make his way onto the 8 ore. I don't think Avni's gonna let that happen. Hopefully he has a road in his hand. He could just drop it on the 8 ore, protect it. But Avni might be looking to settle on the 8-4 first, which would be a play as well, for sure. If you could, like, get a trade as Avni for, like, settle and road, that would probably be your best play. Settle pop could work, too. You should definitely try and get some sort of trade here if you're Avni. How to participate. So, for this particular event, Colonist Con 2025 Championship, you could have qualified via 3 ways within a 2-3 month window. There were one-off tournaments partnered with Colonist, hosted in the various Discord leagues that you could have won that could allow you to qualify for this. You could be a top 3 global rank player in Season 14 in one of 4P base, C and K, or 1v1. You also could have had the opportunity to participate in over-the-board events that partner with Colonists, like in person, and if you won those, that also could have qualified you for this. So, yeah, a couple of different ways to qualify. Yeah, the window is a little short. I'm hoping for the 2026 one, they'll give people a little bit more time to qualify for it. Maybe give a little bit more advertisement and notice about it as well. Because it seems a little spur out of the blue, if you know what I mean. But listen, there's a first for everything. This is the first of its kind, so... For Colonist, anyway. So, they're doing their best. They are doing their damnedest. Back to the Dr. Mayo game. Road settle on the 5-2 would be good to double the brick. But again, I really don't like that green pointed up here. I think Woodport is just better in every way possible. So, not a big fan. Looks like Dr. Mayo is just kind of running away here. Has full reign of the production, the board. Like, it's still sitting on the 6 wood for some reason. This is just absolutely obliterating Orange's game. No real way to move as Tavolin here. It's looking pretty tough. And Gip also has a bit of a tough game. Has a sheet port with the 4 and the 10, but lacking the ability to scale easily. Gonna need to roll quite a bit of force to make it happen. A city on this 8-4-3 is almost necessary for his game to scale in a positive way. Alright, the Anish game. Pink, D's Noobs playing as Anish. Well, Anish is playing as D's Noobs, Pink. I don't know where I was going with that. Trying to get a settle on the 6-3 gives him double wheat, double ore, and double sheep. Not unique hexes with the sheep, but still. Oh, is that a plow? Oh, nasty. So red got plowed, and Anish was like, oh yeah, I should be able to get the 6-3 before red could plow me all the way around. It turns out that is not the case. Red was like, alright, you want to go, bro? I'll go. And sure enough, road, settle. Perplexed with the inward road point on the 4-8-10, and then the road settle. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What even is that? I'm not sure. Also, what is this road doing? Like, did Black think 3-10-11 was going to be open here? Really? I don't quite agree with that. Do not agree with that. Now Anish is in trouble. Now Anish needs to get the 6-11-12. It's looking pretty bad for Anish now. Black, looking good. Solid production, solid hexes. The ore port. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Oh, Blue drops the city on the 3-10-11. That's a beautiful city, actually. Sort of rounds out Blue's production. I don't hate this city. You're tripling the 10, doubling the 11, tripling the 3 as well. Maybe Blue road settles on the 5-8-10 next. Yeah, it really doesn't make sense to city the 5-8-10, actually, the more I look at this. 3-10-11 is a good city. It's very smart. It's very good. Very good. I like that. I like that. Moving right down the line, back to the Rob Pizza game, the Rob Burger game. Oh my god. Is he pizza? Is he burger? I don't know, man. I guess I'm hungry, though, because I'm talking about pizza and burgers. Burger does claim largest army. Right there. So, that's cool. Rob, still playing road. Black hasn't done a single thing since I last checked this game. So, not entirely sure what happened there. Maybe just low rolls, blocked, collateral. Like, who knows, really, honestly. The 6 does roll finally for Black, so maybe that's what they were waiting for. Hopefully we can see some movement from Black here. Red did manage to drop this road on the 8 ore. I was potentially concerned that if that road was not dropped soon, Black would plow all the way up there. And rightfully so. Black needs ore. So it would make perfect sense. A wheat for sheep. Burger trying to buy more development cards. Has one in his hand already. So who knows? Maybe that was for a city. I'm not sure. Rob is getting robbed. I guess because Rob has the city. Sure. I don't know, man. I kind of like Burger's position a bit more. But I guess if you're hitting the 6 ore, it does immensely diminish Burger's ability to build a city. So maybe this is correct. Maybe this was correct. I really hope Avni gets on this 8-4 soon. I'm very concerned that 8-4 won't happen, and then things are just like spiraling out of control at that point. Because you don't have a port, you don't have the ability to really do much of anything. But I did say at the start that 8's rolling are basically going to determine his entire game. If the 8 doesn't roll, he can't play the game. Like, it is what it is, you know? It's just one of those setups where you just gotta play with the idea that your numbers are gonna roll, and if they roll, you're gonna have a great game, and if they don't roll, you're gonna end on, like, 5. Like, it is what it is. Like, Catan's like that sometimes. You just gotta play with the idea that your numbers will roll. And hopefully they do. Alright. Moving right along back to this game. Oh, wow. Red's made a lot of progress here, and so has Orange, actually. The last time we looked at this, Red and Orange were looking a little dire with Blue and Black in the prominent positions. It looks like the roles have kind of flipped. I do think Blue is still leading by a fair margin here. Actually got the 6-11-12 as well. Remember, he dropped the road up here on the 5-2, but has not settled on it yet. A little bit interesting. Black just ignoring that entirely. Just looking to get on the ore port, I guess, to double the 3? Or, no, triple the 3. Because you get an ore from this 3 roll as well. Yeah, Blue is still quite a bit ahead here. Not many development cards have been bought, though. Looks like only like 5 or 6 development cards have been pulled from this deck. It's not very many. There are 25 development cards in a development card deck, so a little surprising that the table has not been popping. Oh, I just threw the board onto its side. Good lord. Alright, I fixed it. Yeah, 8s and 3s and 6s are Orange's game. If those roll, he's going to be looking good. Can definitely get the largest army. Hopefully he can secure this 4-11 settle. I think if he loses this, it could be trouble. Blue might be looking to plow the 4-11. I would not put it past Blue to do that. It would be advantageous for him to do so as well, because he would secure his road path, his longest road path. So hopefully Orange can drop a road soon. Otherwise, we could see trouble. Red looking very good, very flexible. I love the flexibility of Red setup. I did mention 5, 6, 11 into 8, 10 was definitely a play. And sure enough, it did come to fruition. So, I don't know. Call me fortune teller something. Like, I don't know, man. I literally just laid out exactly what was going to happen in this game almost entirely. Goes to 8-10, goes to Woodport. Wasn't expecting the 8, but, I mean, I don't hate it. Gives him space to work with, I guess. I was maybe thinking he would, like, double the brick, but I guess not. Wasn't quite interested in doing that. Rolls the 10. Gets 3 wood off of the 10. It's very good. That's very good, actually. Alright, so back to the Dr. Mayo game. Looks like Dr. Mayo has just been getting 3v1'd almost the whole time since we last viewed this. Red has not made too much progress. Looking to get on the 5 brick, the Woodport. Bit of a journey there for Red, but I guess it's going to pay off. Tavolin citied up the 6-4-2 and made his way to the 8-3. Like I said, that's a very good play for Tavolin. He gets on the ore, he develops a bit of a road path for himself, and he's also he also secured the 6-3 settle in the process. Oh my god. Throat is feeling a little sore. That's what happens when you talk about Catan for like 2 hours. Probably got like another 2 hours. Maybe. Well, we're like midway through round 2. Yeah, probably like another 2 hours. There's still one more game left after this. You wanna know what's funny? I have not looked at the standings after the round 1 game, so let me actually take a look at that. Let's take a look at the standings. Where's everybody at after round 1? We go up. Oh, some people have finished their second games already. Okay. Oh, a lot of people have finished their second games already. Wow. Okay, I just so happened to pick the slow tables. What on earth? Okay, whatever. Is what it is, I guess. Like, I just so happened to pick the slower tables. I picked them randomly, too. That's the funny part. Like, I picked these tables entirely randomly. I'm just like, okay, let's stream table 3, 6, 18, and what was the other one? 11, 12, 13? I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is, we have our 4 tables that we're flipping between, and we're watching a Catan. So, like I said, Anish in a bit of a pickle here after the settle. So, oh wow, Perplexed actually built another road here and tried to get to the 6 sheep, but Anish was like, nah fam, I'm dropping that road. I do think this is a very troublesome spot for the table though, because Blue still looks like he just has such a marginable lead on this table. Like, the last time I looked at this, like, the board looks exactly the same. The only person that's really done much of anything is Blue. Like, all Anish and Perplexed have done is just drop roads and block each other off from expanding to certain places. I guess Anish did get 6, 11, 12, so that's something, I guess. But without a port, I'm not sure how much I love this settle now. He really needed the port here. It's a little dire, honestly, for Anish. I'm not liking the outlook here. I'm not liking the outlook. Did Perplex just drop her out on the 4-9-11? Like the 4-9? Like, wait, why? Wait, what is happening? I'm perplexed! I'm perplexed, chat! Oh my god. I'm perplexed. I can't believe this. Oh, I'm gonna go to a different game before I question all my Catan knowledge. Because that actually made no sense. Okay. So, Rob plowed this 3-for-1, so that forces Avni to have to go to the 8 sheep without the 3-for-1 port. Still has the 3-for-1 port up here, but he loses the ability to get on a second wheat hex, which could be huge for Avni. It looks like 8s have just absolutely exploded this game. So it looks like Avni had to get 3v1 a bit here to slow him down. I mean, Avni's in a great spot, has army, still has a down dev, but Rob is not too far behind, looking to claim the longest road here for 8 points. Just drop 3 roads through the middle, and that would be 8 points. Pizza or Burger has fallen very far behind from when we saw him last. I don't think he's done much of anything since then. Maybe bought a development card or two. It's a bit of a difficult spot, actually. It just looks like 8's exploded, and then Burger obviously couldn't keep up because 8's just steamroll him in terms of production viability. Oh, it was looking like a Burger angle at the start, but I think the amount of 8's just turned the tide of the game. Like, even 8 rolled this turn. So, like, Avni's just looking very strong here. But Rob's still in a good spot. So Rob ported 3 ore for a wheat. That's a bit of a bizarre decision. Why would he do that? I'm not sure. Maybe his hand's like 6 ore or something. If his hand's 6 ore, I mean, you might as well port for a wheat. Sheep makes you actionable. Wheat makes you actionable. So, 9, 11, 4. Oh, 4 would be huge for Rob, actually. Yeah, okay. Interesting. More development cards as well. Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah, this game's moving along nicely. I think the table's done a good job at slowing down Avni. Hopefully Burger can make something happen here. And yes, a Monopoly for City on the 5, 6, 11. Listen, it's not much, but when your back's against the wall like this, and you're clearly not getting the largest army anymore, you gotta improvise. You gotta improvise. So, good on Burger for recognizing that he needs to get his production up and just try to get back in the game. It's gonna be tough, but I believe in Burger. Alright, so back to this game. Raja, Orange, did get the 4-11. I did mention Blue might want to plow this, rightfully so, because it gives him a bit more of a secure road network to work with. But Blue will be looping the 9 ore, along with also having the 12 wheat to loop around. This is an 11 road network, double loop, figure 8, as they like to call it. So there is that. It looks like Red has sort of slowed down a bit. Has all of his settles down, but is looking to city again. Gonna need to city again for 9, presumably. I'm assuming this is a victory point. And from there, the only game that I'm confused what happened here was Black. Black was looking good, but something happened here. Like, I don't like what was done here with the road. I guess he has to loop the 6 to keep it. It's a little strange. He also doesn't produce wood. So, I don't know if playing for road was ever a good idea here, honestly. Raja does take army. This could be the end, potentially. I don't know Raja's hand, but it could be close. It is just a bunch of wood, but maybe he's able to pop for the win here? That's just a road. No, it's not even a road. Wait, why is he porting for brick? Why would he port for brick, chat? Probably road builder onto this 11 sheep settle. I don't think they can feed it to blue, though. Like, blue's still in a great spot. If blue can take it himself, though... Well, actually, blue might just win. Because road's only at 6. Yeah, this might just be game, actually. Yeah, if this is a victory point, this is definitely game. Not a victory point. Because if it was a victory point, he would have just taken road for the win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's a mono. Might still have it. I believe blue has it. Yep, that's the game. There it is. Very nice. Well done, Mizuki. Getting your dub. Securing your place in the quarterfinals. Congratulations. Yeah. All you really need to make quarterfinals for tomorrow, chat, is to win one game. Mizuki has done that. A couple of other players have done that. Bandar has done that. You only need one. And some people might still make it without a win if they have high enough points. I'm not sure. Like, we're going from 96 to 64, right? All right, what tables still haven't finished? Let me take a look-see. Let me take a look. Table 7, table 8, table 9. It looks like table 10 is still going. Oh, table 16 is still going. That's the Durst table. I do want to take a look at a Durst game. Durst is incredibly talented at 1v1. But how does that translate in 4P? I guess we're about to find out, chat. I know he's very, very good at 1v1. Like, disgustingly good. But how does he fare in 4P with those skills? I'm genuinely curious, because, like, I generally feel like really good 1v1 players transition smoothly into 4P, because they have very strong fundamentals with sequencing, knowing how to work around difficult situations with one person. All you got to do is translate that and multiply the amount of players